Good evening and welcome to each one of you present in this session. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you for today's webinar on the topic Children's Mental Health and Well-Being at Home During Pandemic. My name is Lata, and apart from being the trustee of TD Educational Charitable Trust, I'm also going to be your host for the evening. A very warm welcome to each one of you who spared this time, and especially the speakers who have spared their valuable time to be a part of this session this afternoon. I would like to first welcome Dr. G. Thangadurai, who is our Director and Principal of Presidency Group of Schools in Bangalore. And apart from being a distinguished educationist, he is also a well-known uh, personality in this arena and also a national awardee. Let me welcome you, Dr. G. Thangadurai. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Lata, and good evening to all participants. Uh, what I understand from Lata is that there are around 256 participants registered, but they are coming very trickling down slowly, but we can start the program. Anyhow, we have two eminent speakers, and I'm very fortunate and I'm very thankful that they have joined us to address a very crucial issue that is prevailing during these pandemic times. Especially, this is a kind of a issue that the parents are more related, and now that the teachers are remote teachers and the students are remote learners, they aren't in the classroom. It is a home study. Earlier, teachers used to mind the class, mind the discipline, ensure that the children pay attention, ensure that the children do the work both in the school and after school, ensure the holistic personality in terms of extracurricular activities, in terms of counseling, guidance, and a holistic education. Now, as a remote teacher, there is a transition from a normal classroom to an online classroom. And in the process, the teachers have lost control of the students. Now they are with our stakeholder and partners in service, and that are the parents. Parents are not only looking after them, but also facilitating the educational environment. They are facilitating the required devices, internet, laptop, and at the same time, they have to oversee that they use these devices, electronic devices, in the appropriate way. They also sit for the classes. They ensure that while in attending the classes, they also cooperate with the other remote learners. And above all, the parents, sometimes when both of them are working, they have to be engaged with their own work, and most of the parents are working from home. This is one scenario. The other scenario is lack of exercise. There is no movement. Children are confined in a room. Probably they are moving around the house, running around the house, or in the terrace if there is one. And more importantly, they do not have any physical exercise. From the school side, they are doing their level best to see that some physical exercise is even brought in through online platform. But then again, that physical education teacher does not have control over the children. Some of them would be seen participating, but we don't know whether all are participating. It's a big challenge. Intentions are good. We want to serve the students, but we are not able to reach. As a result, the onus of responsibility and the entire responsibility has now come down on the parents. To look after their mental health, that is one, and also to look after the well being in terms of nourishment, in terms of exercise, and in terms of ensuring that excessive confinement at home or prolonged screen time does not affect their mental ability and mental attitude. So all these are very crucial factor, and that's one of the reason we wanted more parents to join. Though this platform is mainly meant for supporting and mentoring teachers, extending our services to the teachers across the country and also abroad, where we have participants from Middle East. This time we have predominantly maximum participants are from Karnataka. We have Tamil Nadu also, quite substantial number, and from Karnataka, Orissa, and we have some from Middle East as well. And then of course, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Gujarat, Haryana, Kerala, MP, Pune, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and we have quite a good number of participants who will be attending this. And very soon, the trustee as well as the moderator of this program will introduce our eminent speakers. But just one few sentences, Mr. Raj Pandey. He is one of my colleague who was with me long back in the Middle East. And he is now in Australia. He's teaching in Australia, settled in Australia. In fact, has joined us from Australia. So very nice of him to spare his time. Anyhow, I would like Lata to do the honor in welcoming him and introducing him.
Thank you, sir. Now, moving on to the session. First, a few ground rules for our audience before we get started. Please keep your mics on mute unless you have a query, and do not scribble on the PPTs while our guest speakers are presenting. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the chat box and kindly ensure that the questions are posted for everyone so as to avoid any repetition. We will bring it up at the end of the presentation, and we'll also have a question and answers round where we'll take care of it. Uh, Without much ado, let me introduce you to our first speaker this evening, Mr. Raj Pandey. I welcome you, sir. Raj is a certified and registered yoga teacher of Kriya Yoga and has learnt yoga and meditation from great masters like BKS Iyengar, Osho, Swami Ramachandra, Swami Satyanath, and Gurudat Siddharth. Born in Delhi, Raj teaches physics and mathematics at a high school in Adelaide, Australia. He has dedicated his life in teaching yoga and inspiring people to adopt yoga in life. He has also developed many innovations in teaching yoga to meet the demand of modern and contemporary minds. And he has also conducted workshops on various forms of yoga at various locations around Adelaide in Australia. We welcome you, sir, and over to you now.
So welcome, Raj. And I also take the privilege of welcoming uh, Sandeep Pandit, and he will be joining very soon, and we'll introduce him. I am very glad to see Devesh Pandit, Pradeep Hazra, and some of my students around, uh, and of course, all the participants who have overwhelmingly attending this program. Welcome all participants. Welcome you all. Mr. Raj, you may take the floor. Thank you.
Hello, namaste to everyone. Can you all hear me? Mr. Tangdure, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, sure. It's
Yes,
very
Thank
clear.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here. And as Mr. Tangdure already told you all that he was my principal in a Algobra school, and it was my pleasure to serve the school under his guidance. I teach in Adelaide, and I'm physics and maths teacher, and I do yoga. I have a yoga school called Raj Pandey Yoga School. Today's topic is, I'll come back straightway to the topic, how children can keep their mindset always progressive, positive, and how they can survive in this pandemic, mental stability and their health. See, the main thing is whatever is happening in the world, we cannot change it, but we must know how to navigate through this turbulent time. I'll tell you one small story. When one French photographer came to Krishnamacharya, he was a yoga master of BKS Iyengar. He said, I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do. He said, do you love photography? He said, yes. Here is a camera. Go around Bangalore and find out at least 100 best photographs and come to me in 1 week time. He went out and he brought lovely photographs and he was so happy. Krishnamacharya asked him how. Because he started seeing the world through the lens, the beauty, the positive side. If you focus on the positive side of the world, the negativity will be gone. So try to focus the positive side in your life. There was a very famous, he is still there in America, he's called Dr. Seligman. He has given a theory called PARMA. P means positive emotion. E stands for engagement. R stands for relationship. M stands for meaning. A stands for achievement in life. If you focus on PARMA, positive side, the negative side will be automatically suppressed. It will be gone. So if you keep on looking all the time negative sides, the life will be really miserable. And the first thing, the yoga. Yoga means union. Yuj. It comes from yuj dhatu. If you focus on yoga, yogic way, I think that is the best tool which can help you to thrive in this adverse situation. So I have a PowerPoint. I'm just thinking to share with you, but I'll give you more practical tool rather than just giving you the, here we go. So can you all see me my screen, Mr. Tanduri sir? Can you
Yes.
see?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic is children's mental health and well-being at home during pandemic time. But I believe that it is not for children, it's for everyone. So yoga means your opportunity for growth and awakening. Though it is not the meaning, I just made some acronyms. You have an opportunity for your growth and development and awakening. Can I ask audience please to mute the audio? You can ask me the question at the end if you want to ask. You can write down your questions for me. I'll appreciate when your audio is off, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. So kind. So these are just normal things I've written down. You need not to know this. There are 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi, super consciousness. And yoga in philosophy, that's not proper way. Philosophy means knowledge. Phil means love, and also knowledge. Love for knowledge. But that's not the proper word. Yoga darshan means you see and then you speak. That's the difference between Western and Indian way. And this combines physical, mental, breathing, and it is a way of life. I'm just quickly going through because I want to go straight away to tell you some tips how you can. Yoga gives physical benefits, mental benefits, spiritual benefits. And I'll share this PowerPoint with Mr. Tandurai. If somebody wants, can take it from me. It tones up your body. You become more flexible, not just only in body, it can be in mind. Because mind has a neurosity, we call neuroplasticity. New neurons are made and old are broken when you have a positive mindset. Never have any negative mindset. I remember one Zen master, he was sitting in a coffee house and he said, the life is perfect as it is. One hunchback came and said, look at me. He said, life is perfect. You are telling lies. He went to him and said, I've never seen such perfect hunchback in my life. Because you're comparing your life with someone, then you feel it short. So whatever you are the best as you are. But still, there is always chance to improve. You can be better day by day in your physical, mental, emotional, and finally spiritual faculties. Improve your postures, improves your energy level, helps maintain balanced metabolism, and it increases your respiratory, digestive, all other organs, all 11 organ systems in your body. Can reduce blood pressure. And I'll just give you some practical tips here before I go. If somebody has a blood pressure, in fact, not just blood pressure, sometimes something is bothering you and you are really mentally disturbed, what to do? So if you breathe, take breath through your nostrils. If you are doing oceanic breath, like big mouth, open it up, like you're fogging the mirror, your blood pressure goes down. But if you're doing breathing like making your mouth stout shape, your blood pressure goes up. I don't know you can see me or not, but I will show you. I'll just go out of this screen. Then I will show you again. It enhances your sleep. Then you get many physical benefits. It relieves pain that we can do through Nadi Yoga. And kids can have good athletic body. They can have balance in their body and mind. It calms the mind, attunes the environment, and there is a mental clarity when you focus on yoga, and that is a very, very important topic today. And I'll focus on this bit more. Reduces stress and anxiety, that is very relevant for the topic today, and encourages positive thoughts that we need to focus on this topic today. So I'm going to give you more practical tips than just showing the PowerPoint. And these all are there. Promotes interdependence between mind, body, and spirit, relationship between all these three faculties of body. And it increases personal energy and connects with the divine energy. For students, can you please switch off your audio? Thank you. Kids can have more increased awareness and self-esteem. They can improve the concentration by certain kriya, which I'm going to share you in a minute. And this is the practical session. Here we come. Practical sessions are there, and I'll be teaching you these kriyas. If you want, you can take a snap, a shot, photograph in your phone. And then if you need to discuss with me any of these, and I can talk to you at the end with more in question answer session. And I'm going out of this now, the PowerPoint, and it's here we go. Okay, so can you all see me on the screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, so
sir.
I was talking how you're going to reduce the tension,
Yes,
the anxiety, and how can you reduce the blood pressure. If you have a low blood pressure daily in depression, how can you pull it up? So I'm going to give you all the practical sessions. If you have high blood pressure, it can be reduced immediately without any medicine. How? Deep breathing, like you're fogging the mirror. Do it 11 times. 11 times your high blood pressure, hyperactivity, autism, everything can go down immediately. You can note down this one. Instead of giving lecture, I'm just telling you the time, how you can do. 11 times. Deep breathing in your chest area. It reduces your blood pressure, anxiety. And if you are in depression, just do the other way. Your blood pressure will go up. Do 11 times. That's, just remember this increases the blood pressure. And the next thing, you can breathing technique for your depression or anxiety is called Bisham Vritti Pranayam. Bisham Vritti Pranayam is inhale, 4 counts inhale, and 6 counts exhale. So I'll count the number and do minimum 11 times. You try it immediately, your tension will be gone and you will feel rejuvenated. Because we cannot do certain things what is happening in the world, but at least this hardware, we can make it strong. You have lovely software in your brain, but make this hardware also very strong and healthy, which can really, later on you see when people get job and becomes IT professional and anything, and they get in depression because their hardware is not strong. So you have to make balance between your hardware and software together. So Brisam Vritti is done. I'm count the number. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6. If you want to include the breathing, which I told before, 6 times. So it's so easy. Here, this nadi here, this is called vagus nerve. Just behind your ear, it goes till here and here. If somebody has a psychological problem, stress, tension, anxiety, any mental problem, even I have seen with my own practice from 35 years, I'm doing it. Even somebody is really bedridden, if it is done regularly here like this, I'm applying pressure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 here and 30 here. 30 times here. This is one round. 30 here is one round. This way you do 6 rounds minimum. If you do 6 rounds, and then just see what happens to you. Try it. 30 times here and 30 times here is one round. If you want, you can apply with oil here, sesame oil, or you can apply talcum powder so that you're not getting rashes here. This massages your vagus nerve and it massages to your medulla, because medulla is here. In yoga, we call Samadhi Chakra also. Above the medulla, you have Bhagavatam. Below the medulla, you have Kurukshetra, the what? The problems. So here in between, if you are giving good exercise to the medulla, your mind calms down immediately. Okay, please write down these tips. And this one is not just for only the calming down mind. This can be used for sleep apnea. This can be used for insomnia. This can be used for blood pressure. This can be used for the pain. This can be used for the schizophrenic kind problems. And this is very important for the shaking of hands. People have some time, they can't be, hand can't be stable. So this one is very, very good for the body, for the health. If somebody has the health issue and maybe digestion, I hope you all can see me. The right side here is our liver. This is the liver. This side is mucus, and here you have the pancreas point. If you apply pressure here, if it hurts, it means you have gastric issue. Because of the gas, sometimes you're sitting all the time in your house during this pandemic time, you might be having the backache. This one, massage like this right side 50 times this way, 50 times this way, and massage at the back. Your liver will be strong and healthy. If it is strong, healthy, your weight will be under control, your digestion will be under control, your mind will be under control. This is a very simple trick. And along with this, if you want, you can drink aloe vera juice, and maybe if you have in your house lukewarm water, aloe vera juice, lukewarm water, and lemon. Squeeze in the morning, big glass, lukewarm water, halka gunguna, pani, garam pani, hot water, and squeeze lemon, put the aloe vera, Rit Kumari, and maybe a small amount of honey. Honey should not be taken in cold water. If you take in cold water, your weight goes up. If you take in hot water, weight goes down. Be careful. And if you have any other digestion issue, breathing problems, mix a small amount of turmeric, haldi powder, turmeric powder. What we call in India, turmeric powder, yeah. Mix that one. Okay, this is a very good technique for healing your guts. And if you massage here, you will never have gastric issues up and down. And still, if you have a pain this side here or here, it means your body is more acidic because you're sitting at home, you're not doing any physical activity. Even kids are overeating during pandemic time. How you're going to treat them? How you're going to treat their acidity? So at the back here, like holding like this and pushing the up both shoulders this way. Right side is acidity, left side is alkalinity. So both you can treat. But remember one thing I said before, lemon is acidic. But when the lemon is mixed with lukewarm hot water and it goes inside you, it becomes alkaline. Just remember this. Lemon outside is acidic. But if it is taken along with other components which I told you, with lukewarm water, if it goes inside you, it becomes alkaline. So alkalinity is good, but I believe they must be balanced. If I have more acidity, I'll put the pressure here like that, lift up few times, 6 times, and check it, the pain will be gone. Immediately pain will be gone. You treat acidity immediately. If it still doesn't work, this inner side of the thigh here, 1, 2, 3 parts. Apply pressure here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three parts, here, here, and here, the right side. 6 seconds here, 6 seconds here, 6 seconds here, 10 rounds, 10 times. This is 6, 6, 6 is one round. 6, 6, 6 is two rounds. So press here and count number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that way. So you are going to treat acidity within you. If I do left side, this one, this is about alkaline. Okay. There are a few more things which you can do for balancing your mind to be stable, to be healthy, is called Papanashini Kriya. That is also Kriya Yoga. How you're going to do Papanashini Kriya? I have to stand and show you. I'll put the camera up. I hope you can see me, but you can't see my head. Yeah, here we go. So I'll be holding my ears this way. This way. My right hand is holding the left ear, pinna, earlobe, and left hand is holding the right. It is going this way, and applying gentle pressure here, pulling it down. Okay, because the left side brain is meant for reasoning, logic, science, math. Left side, and the right side is for art, intuitions, drama, music, painting. If you're holding this, your left and right hemisphere of the brain will be balanced. So I'll hold this way. When I inhale, when the breath is going in, inhaling, I'm sitting. Exhaling, I'm standing. Inhaling, I'm sitting. Exhaling, I'm standing. This way, do 11 times. If you remember in India, when you go to the temple, people do that way. It's scientific. It's not just anything like superstition. It is scientific. If you do this way, you are balancing your left and right hemisphere of the brain. You'll be absolutely healthy. There may be problems in the world, but that won't affect you that much as it is affecting now because you're not taking proper care of your health and well-being. I teach you more tips. The next thing is called Kaya Kriya. Kaya Kriya and Samudra Manthan Kriya. I teach you both. These are very sacred techniques in Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is different than Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is basically like doing physical exercise and absolutely good in this time. So if you can find out some exercises maybe on YouTube or maybe some master nearby you or online, do all Hatha Yoga exercises. Maybe if you want, at the end, I will teach you how to do Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Surya Namaskar, and another one is called moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. Chandra Namaskar is basically done when you are really hyperactive to bring you down. Surya Namaskar is done when somebody is depressed to bring up. But if you have a blood pressure, try to do less Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Okay, these are some precautions. Okay, so I'll teach you how to do Samudra Manthan Kriya. What do you mean by Samudra Manthan? This is the Hindi and mythological word. Samudra means sea, Manthan means churning. In our tradition, we say that there was, they took the mountain, big mountain, Sumeru Parvat, and Vasuki, the snake, became the star at the rope. The head side was the devils, and the tail side was the deities, and they were churning the sea. And the 14 things came out, including the poison. This is just a story. This is not a real thing. Forgive me, anyone who is the religious one, but I'm telling you the spiritual part of it. What does it mean? In your mind, you have a devil and deities both, good and bad both. There is always tug of war happening. If you are conscious and alert, maybe sometime you'll get the poisons, dirty things will come, emotions will come up, sometime you'll get good things coming up. But if you are alert and aware, you know what you have to do, then you are doing the real Samudra Manthan, real churning of the sea. So this is actual meaning of Samudra Manthan. How you're going to do, I'll just explain to you. You are sitting in, sometimes people can't sit this way, and you are doing the Jupiter lock. This is called Jupiter lock. Interlacing the fingers, and I'm joining the index finger this way. And inhale, exhale should be done when I'm sitting. Just remember. So I'm exhaling like we're doing the Shivkari pranayama, like hissing, snake, inhaling. So I'm doing inhaling, exhaling while sitting. Exhale, like you're pushing something away. Inhale, hold breath in, and then put your these two fingers on the floor and go up. Inhale, still holding the breath in. So you see, I'm inhaling, exhaling when I'm sitting. So this is called Samudra Manthan. Sometimes we get cramps in the body. Like you're sitting all the time with your laptop and doing work and maybe playing. Kids nowadays, they play video games. It's like oxygen supply for them. They will die if they don't use. Surgically, phones are connected with their body. I'm sorry for that, but this is reality because I'm a teacher. I know what kids are doing in school nowadays. Okay, how are you going to treat the cramps when you have in your body? Simple thing. This is Akasha finger, like that. If you stand there, like that, you feel like this way. Just few times. This reduces cramps immediately. Even your calf muscles to massage like this way outward. This increases your digestion as well as the cramps in your body. Okay, there are few more. How much time I have, Mr. Kandavai, sir? Do I still have time? Okay.
I'll check and come back to you.
Okay. So just let me know when it is going to finish, then I'll stop. Okay, sir. Thank you. Next thing is to do Kaya Kriya. Kaya Kriya is for psychosomatic Kriya. Psychosomatic. Psycho means mental, somatic means body. How you can maintain, balance your mind and body in this adverse situation. I believe that it should be done all the time, and at least 6-7 times you have to do daily. How? I have to lie down on the mat, then I'll show you. Okay. So I turn around this way so you can see me. When I'm inhaling, my toes will go together. Exhale, they will go out. Inhale together, exhale out. Inhale together, exhale out. Inhale together, exhale out. This is the way how the legs should go. And hands, inhale, your hands will be rolled outside. Exhale, they will come in. Inhale outside, exhale in. Inhale outside, exhale in. And head, inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. How can we do all three in one? So let's just watch me. Do this way at least 11 times. This reduces any tension, any anxiety, and this is very good for well-being.
You have 5 minutes to go.
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir. So, doing Kaya Kriya and doing Samudra Manthan, and I told you many these tips. But there is one thing which I really want to tell you, the breathing part. Breathing part is, suppose somebody wants to increase the immunity. I need to increase the immunity of my body without any chemical. So there are kriyas we call Tejas Kriya, Sanjeevani Kriya, Simha Kriya. These kriyas are very, very important, very potent tool in your hands. You can increase your immunity. What is a Simha Kriya? Simha Kriya is like a lion. This is called Simha. So the tongue is out, breathing like a doggy. This will give really nice massage to your throat, and this increases your more strength, increases strength in your tummy. The digestion becomes more. So Simha Kriya is very important. Tejas Kriya is like you are like tapping every part of the body with force. If you tap this also increases the immunity of the body. So tapping is very important in Simha Kriya. And one is called Sanjeevani Kriya. Sanjeevani means it gives, like you remember what the Sanjeevani, what comes in Hindi, Indian scriptures, Ramayana. So Sanjeevani means it gives life, boost to your energy. This Sanjeevani Kriya is when I am inhaling, my hands will go up, exhale, it will come down. Inhale, 30 times. 30 times. So this is called one round. Then again, I'm just doing demo 30 times each. So you have to do 3 rounds minimum. If you want more, go for 60 times, and then but minimum 3 rounds should be done. This increases your immunity. There are more in traditional Hatha Yoga. There are more pranayams like Nadi Shodhana, Brahmari. They are very good. Nadi Shodhana is, I think you all know, but I just explained to you. I'm using my thumb and my ring finger, my angusta and my anamika, and these two fingers will be here. Okay, and this way. Inhale through the left, exhale through right. Inhale through right, exhale through left. Inhale through left, and very gently, like pendulum, just like a pendulum. If you breathe like this way, like a pendulum, your Ida and Pingala, your yin and yang, your masculine feminine energy will be balanced. Your mind will be calmer. And the last one is Brahmari. You can do in simple way or you can do Shanmukhi Mudra. I'm just doing the simple one. These 3 one, you can close your eyes this way here. And index finger will go above eyebrows. And with thumbs, you can close your ears and do humming and swell left and right. This way. At least a minute. And there is a more technique we call Mahapranayam. There are few Nadi techniques for the mental things. And in future, if somebody needs, I can send you the links. I have my own videos, YouTube channel. You can see, and everybody can use it and be happy. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste to everybody. Thanks for inviting me, and thanks for giving me a chance to speak on the topic. Namaste. Thank you, Lataji. Thank you, Tandoori sir.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, sir. It was really very enriching. You not only helped us understand how Kriya helps us in, dealing with each and every aspect of the mental and no, physical well-being. But it was great to even see you perform each one of this and helped us understand how it is linked and how it'll help us at a time like this. Thank you so much.
If anybody has any question, can ask me maybe at the end.
Okay. We will have that towards the end after we have the next speaker. Thank
Sure,
you, Raj. Be with us, and we will have a little discussion towards the end if you have
sure.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next speaker for the evening. Let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Mr. Sandeep Pandit, life alchemist and founder of Soul and Harmony. After completing his MBA, he has worked for 16 years in companies like GE, CRISIL, IBM in leadership roles in their sales and marketing function before he quit his corporate career to set up Soul and Harmony. Sandeep, a globally certified mindfulness coach for corporates and educational institutions, he is also a globally certified emotional intelligence coach and executive leadership coach by John Mayton. John Mayton, let me tell you, is the ex coach of Steve Jobs. Sandeep was voted the most innovative life coach of the year in 2018 for his rare blend of method. Sandeep Pandit has featured on UK Health Radio, Ukraine TV reality show, and US podcasts on topics of self discovery and personal transformation. I welcome you, sir, and I hope the participants have an enriching experience. Over to you, sir.
Uh, Sandeep, as you come in, it's my proud moment uh, to see you. It's a it is a coincidence that on one side Raj Pandey is I am a teacher, he's a teacher, a colleague, and the other side we have now Sandeep Pandit, my student. I'm very proud to say that he is my student, and he has come to at a very short notice he had come to join us. So we have a teacher colleague, we have a student who has come here to deliver. We have Lata is my daughter. So a good team, and I'm very proud of all of you. Sandeep, would you come in?
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you, Lata, for the lovely introduction. And special, it is my pleasure to be on this forum, on this initiative where you are taking this initiative to mentor and give direction to the educational community. And I would also extend my thanks to the uh, to uh, to the entire audience who is there, who has dedicated their time today to be present in this session. I'm going to make sure that they're going to take back something which they can implement and integrate in their life. So I need high energy from entire audience, and that high energy can be done through the chat. I will make sure that we have our chat, discussions going, and I'll keep on asking some things. I'll ask the audience to keep responding in chat, something or the other, and we'll keep it going. And I will try to make it as practical as possible. Though I thought that I also have a representation from the students as well as parents and teachers community. So can I have a quick response? If I have, how many parents are there? Can we just type P in the chat box? Just type P if I have parents. I'll see how many parents are there so that I can customize my. Yes, okay, great. So I can customize my flow. Yes, great. Okay, so we have a couple of yes. Okay, great. So yeah, wonderful. Okay, and yeah, keep going. Yeah. So how many teachers are there? After parents, I also want to see how many teachers are there. Yes. Okay, great. So I have my presentation, which is targeted to parents, teachers, and students, all the three communities. Okay, so we have parents, and there could be parents and teachers. So P and T you can type. Yes, yes, yes. Good thought. Okay, wonderful. So without further ado, and once again, my pleasure to be on the forum with my teacher, and thanks for the lovely introduction. Let me take this opportunity and impact your lives, because this session can be transformative. If you can integrate this into your life, you can see transformational changes. Okay, so now let me share my slide. uh, Yes. Okay. So I, as Lata has said, I represent Soul in Harmony, and agenda looks like this. Okay. I will, let me just, yeah. So agenda looks like this. Introduction and premise. I'll give you the little bit of background along with the introduction of why we are talking, what we are going to talk. I'll give you the situations and the challenges that actually are staring at us in this situation right now, in the pandemic situation. And I will also tell you why we are facing this situation in the way that we are facing this. Why we are being what we are being and suffering. Okay, I'll give you the reason to that. Once we know the reason, then we can adapt and adopt and adapt to our life. Okay, then I'll give you the solutions to the changes, because once you know why this situation, who is creating this, then we can get ready to be able to understand how we can approach this whole topic. Okay, so I move forward. So the uh, introduction that I will give you is why we are talking about mental health and well-being, and then we are talking about, I'm going to talk to you about self-awareness. Okay, so self-awareness is a trait, and mindfulness is a tool to achieve self-awareness, which was given 2600 years back in a very, very formal way by Gautam Buddha, though it was there present before that as well. But 2600 years back in 5 BC, Gautam Buddha had actually spent his whole life teaching this till the age of 80. So why we are talking about self-awareness when we are talking about mental well-being? Yes, so that is something that we are going to address now. Okay, so let me take you to why we are discussing this. So don't you feel that all that we are doing in this world, in this life, is all because we need success, achievement, happiness, and peace? We all thrive in happiness, and out of 7.8 billion human beings who are on this earth, if there is one thing which is common, then that is everyone wants to be happy and nobody wants to suffer. Do you all agree with this? That one common thing that binds entire human race on this earth, 7.8 billion people today, is everybody wants to be happy and nobody wants to suffer. Am I right? Do you agree with me? Then chat yes, or you can just type S very quickly in the chat box. If that is so, okay. If that is so, great. Okay. So keep typing. Yeah. So if that is so, then where does this success and happiness come from? It comes from, my dear friends, the action that we take. The action that we take that defines the success. And where does the action come from? It comes from, okay, let me, nobody please don't scribble on this. Let me just disable this. Okay. Can you, okay, so I have just disabled. Yes. Okay, so let me, okay. So yes, so success happen. Can we get this off the screen? Because I think it will be difficult for others to view this. Let me see if I can do this. Can somebody undo this? Annotation. I'm trying. No, we are not able to undo this.
Request the participants, especially the parents who are with the children. This is not the way to do. Okay, if you're not interested, you may move out with your child. We don't appreciate this kind of a behavior. Who is that child who is scribbling there?
Sir, please under setting that annotation there so that you can know who did it.
I have
Activate.
I have frozen that we can, but I'm not able to see that. Maybe the host can see.
Sir, listen. That setting under annotation there, you activate it so that those who did it, you can know.
Okay, fine. I'm enabling that annotation. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So somebody who did can just.
So that it will be erased. Otherwise, clear there. You click on clear, it will be clear also.
Okay. Okay.
Since you are the host, so that you can clear it.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Speaking.
There is option, so you can also create.
Sure. Okay. So let me.
Is it Jaidev speaking? Okay, fine. Thank you. Whoever has helped me, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. So getting back to this. Okay. So what I was saying was, we all need success and happiness and peace, and all that comes from the actions that we take, isn't it? And where does the action come from? It comes from the choice that we have in front of us. Now, you will wonder where this choice comes from. It comes from the habit that we have formed in our life. And the habit comes from attitude that we have. And the attitude that gets forms from the belief systems, the self-image that we have created during our growing up years. And that comes from mindfulness, self-awareness, the attention, the focus, whatever name you call it. It is interchangeably used: focus, attention, mindfulness, self-awareness. So therefore, if you are not attentive, if you are not mindful and self-aware in the present moment, then you have a different belief systems which is not working in sync with who you really are inside. Then the attitude gets deformed, habits are different, choices are wrongly made, actions are all over the place, and therefore we miss out on success, happiness, and peace. Therefore we say mind does matter. Body and mind has to run in sync. And as Mr. Raj was describing before this session, that we have to be in sync, and mind and matter is one and the same, and that is been already been proven by Max Planck long time back. So success always starts from self-awareness. So now I'll give you a biological take on this. Just now we understood behaviorally how self-awareness actually helps us. Now I'll give you the biological take of this. So can you imagine how many cells is there in an average human body? Just type it if you can, if you can just want to give a wild guess, you can just type it. I will look at the chat. Okay, so if nobody is giving a guess, I can tell you, yeah, billion, very close, but not very close also. Let me give you a guess. Okay, let me give you a number. 70 to 800 trillion cells. On an average, we can take 80 trillion cells because it depends on the age. So 80 trillion cells are there in our human body. Cells make up the tissues, tissues make up the organs, organs make up the whole body. So there are 80 trillion cells on an average in a human body. And in one cell, in 1 second, there are 100,000 chemical reactions. So I repeat, 80 trillion cells in a human body, and in each cell, in each second, we have 100,000 chemical reactions happening. I just now gave a pause of 1 second. In this 1 second, do you know how many chemical reactions happen in our whole body? 80 trillion multiplied by 100,000. So imagine If you are stressed even for a second, for an hour, for a day, for a week, some people are depressed, anxious, and they have anxiety for months altogether, years. Imagine what disservice you are doing to your body and mind, because mind, as I said, impacts the body. And you have heard that before also, before this session. So now understand how important is it for us to, 1 second, how important is it for us to take care of our mind, right? Okay, so now with that understanding, we have to harness our subconscious mind in such a way that we are in the present moment, and the only way how we can get rid of this tension, anxiety, depression is by being in the present moment. I'll explain you step by step how we actually do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So think about this. Okay. We have parents in the room, we have teachers in the room, and we also have students. So let me ask you this. Okay. First, Oliver Holmes Jr. Who is he? He is one of the very popular justices of US during 1900, in USA, and he said children are our most valuable natural resource. So all the natural resource that we have, it is the children who are our most valuable natural resource, because they are going to take on this. They are going to be driving this world forward. It has always been like this. So if that is so, then think about this. How many of us ask our kids to focus? I want a chat response here. How many of us want have told our kids to focus sometime or the other? I'm sure all of us. I know all of us have told, right? Just type if you have told your child. If you don't, yes. So out of I can see 153 people now. We all have told sometime or the other, or many a times during a day, please focus, please focus, please focus. Now, my question to you is, okay, my question to you is, how many of us have really taught them how to focus? Think about this. This is a forum where we have teachers, parents, and students. So we can be open about this. How many of us have really taught them how to focus? Very few of us have really taught them how to focus. Now, the third question is even more, crucial. Do we as parents, as adults, as teachers know how to focus and be aware in our own lives? Because we all know that children, they do not learn from us. You agree? They copy us. Children can copy us. If we are not embodying mindfulness, if we are not embodying living in the present moment, then they are not going to do the same. So if we have to embody this, what do we have to be, and what do we have to do, and what do we have to know? This is very important for us. So this becomes the, this is the introduction and the premise. But this brings me to another aspect of, tendency that a human mind has, and the research has shown that there is a tendency which is getting stronger and stronger in the human race as we have more devices, more distractions, and the lives are like continuous, always on. And that tendency is called as attention deficit trait, which is our mind wanders away from the task at hand. We go away from what we're doing. Right now, we have some kids who did scribbling. So they're not able to focus here. So they want to do something. They're action addicted. So because we are action addicted, we either go to the past or we go to the future, and we are not able to be in the present moment. And that is called attention deficit trait. So now think about this. Research says that average human mind wanders away from the task at hand 47% of the time of his waking hours. Imagine if you're awake half of the time. which is half of the time you are wandering away from the task at hand. So out of 30 minutes that I'm presenting, 15 minutes if you're going here and there, physically there, mentally somewhere else, it is an average, it is a normal thing to be. But now people are trying to be more attentive and aware, and there are tools. People are learning those tools, adopting these tools, and those who are adopting and learning these tools are succeeding in their life in all the areas of their life, not only career, but also mind, body, heart, and and spirit, in all four planes of their life. Now, I have told you the behavioral aspect, I've told you the biological, neurological aspect, and now I'll give you certain statistics. And this will also make you understand how important this is. Now, the Indian population, the recent survey says that below 18 years, so we have 41% children below 18, okay, which is around 53 million children we have in India, okay. And out of that, uh, another survey says that 20% of the children worldwide are suffering from mental illness. So if I extrapolate the same 20% even for India, so which becomes, can you imagine what is the figure? Indian children below 18 years who are suffering from mental illness, it is 10 million children, Indian children suffering from mental illness. If we go by the average figure of the worldwide, we might be on a higher side also. So I'm not taking that. Okay. And the third leading cause of death among adolescents is suicide. Why is all this happening? Because we either crave for something or we hate something, and we are losing a lot of energy in trying to get something or trying to not have something. Okay, so we are not in the present moment, we are either in the past or in the future, and that's why we do all these things. And another survey from International Labour Organization says that 50% of the youth population is suffering from depression during this COVID lockdown. And I don't want my audience, our audience here, knowing this, after understanding this, I want to share with you something that you can adopt and adapt your life and integrate it into your life throughout, and that can change your life. So, okay, so are you all with me? If you are with me, just type with you. Just type with you so that we'll be connected. Just type with you. Okay, great, great, great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, wonderful. So some of the situations I have bucketed it into six areas. Children are experiencing a range of emotions because their world has changed, their lifestyle has changed, their play has changed, and their study rules have changed. Everything has changed, and they are exhibiting a range of emotion, not only because their life has changed, but also because they are not exposed to the tools, emotional tools that we have as an adult. Okay, so we have to understand that. So that is one of the situation and challenge. Second challenge is missing sense of structure and stimulation. Earlier the kids used to wake up at a given time, take the bus, go to school, have a morning assembly at the same time, get into the class, have the recess, have the long break, take the bus, come back. There used to be multiple caretakers for them at school, at home, and all that. Then they used to go for classes and extracurricular classes. So there used to be a structure. So all the students will agree with me that the stimulation, because of that lack of structure, the stimulation is out of the window right now suddenly. Okay, so not spend much time on this because we all know, I'm just pointing this so that I can get to the point. Younger children seek more attention because they are always with the parents now. Earlier they used to have a lot of caretakers at home, at school, so they used to have a lot of attention. Now they want more attention from the parents who are doubling up at the home as a professional, and as a parent. So all the time they have to, they have to multitask. So that is another challenge. The fourth challenge is the elder children seek more online independence. So elder children who are like above 11, 12, 13, or teenagers, adolescents, so they have, because they have got access to the device, because they can use the device, they are authorized now to use the device for their classes. So they can use that for gaming, they can use that for entertainment, and nobody can check on them. So this is a challenge, a kind of double whammy, catch 22, a paradoxical situation where the parents and the teacher are stuck. So this is the fourth thing. And fifth one is, as parents and teachers, our our private, social, and professional spaces used to be separate, and there used to be compartmentalized segmentation of these three areas. But suddenly, because of this lockdown, everybody is in the same perimeter of the same house, and we all are sharing our private space, social space, professional space, and that has given rise to something called time management, right? You agree with me? But I don't agree that there is a time management issue here. There is an energy management issue here. There is nothing called time management. When we are not able to manage time, it means that we are not able to manage our energy well. If we are able to manage our energy by being in the present moment, when we are required to take a video call or audio call for our office, we can be into that. And when we have to take care of our children, we can take care of the children. When we have to be in the kitchen, we can be in the kitchen. When we have to go out as a family, we can go out as a family. If we can give 100% attention to those moments, this intersection issue, and because of that, the time management issue will get diffused. Try this, okay? And the last but not the least, work from home is demanding, and the fifth and the sixth point is interrelated. Work from home for both the parents. Earlier, one parent used to do work from home, that used to become a challenge, but now both the parents are working from home, and that has become a major challenge. So I will now come to the solution. Now, I heard my earlier speaker also saying this, that we cannot change outside, but we can change inside. Same thing I have depicted in a different way. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn surfing. So my dear friends, you cannot stop the world outside of you, but you can do something within you, that even the tides don't look to you as a wave. Otherwise, if we are not able to manage our inside, then even a small tide can look like a wave. So what is that? And that I call self-awareness, that I call mindfulness. And this slide will tell you mindfulness is a way for befriending ourselves and our experiences. When we take things as they are, when we look at things objectively in our life, yes, this situation has come, accept it. Once you accept, your suffering comes down because you're no more in denial. Mindfulness is a way for befriending ourselves and our experiences. Do you agree with me? If not, then after this experience, you will agree. I'll give you a kind of experience in a few moments. What is mindfulness? John Kabat-Zinn, who was a US professor emeritus of medicine, he actually brought mindfulness, studied mindfulness, and brought this into medicine, healthcare, and the society at large. And he created mindfulness-based stress reduction. And that MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction, is being used by psychologists across the world today. And he said, mindfulness is awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. I'm not craving or I'm not wishing against something. I'm just looking at things as they are arising. Okay. So this was the definition, but now I'll give you the biological and the neurological, concept of mindfulness. Now, few of you are, children who are like 7, 8 standard, so you'll understand amygdala is the part in the back of the brain which is meant for fight, flight, and freeze mechanism, which makes us be safe in any environment. It gives us alarm bells. Okay, when there is a stimuli which hits our eye or any senses, and amygdala tells us, oh, be aware. Okay, so then if we are mindful, then our prefrontal cortex, which is here, our prefrontal cortex gets activated, and the prefrontal cortex says, no, this is not a danger point. this is not an alarm, real alarm. So relax. So we can have conscious action there. But in the other case, if amygdala gives you an alarm, and if you're not mindful, you will see even a single moment. If you wake up late, if you're not mindful, you get into a kind of frenzy. Okay, you start being frantic about it. Oh, I got late. If if you lose, if you maybe if a call was supposed to come from someone, the call doesn't come, you get into a despair, and you feel that something has happened which I'm not able to handle. So all that happens because the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of the brain, that is where mindfulness actually acts. That is what in a mind. Brain is a mental muscle. So that muscle stays here in the prefrontal cortex, and that is not activated without mindfulness. And therefore, we have an impulsive reaction to all the things which doesn't need our alarm bells. Alarm, doesn't need us to be alarmed. And the benefits of mindfulness, I'll quickly go through it. It sharpens the focus and intelligence. It replaces the stress and clarity, self-regulate. I have discussed all this. Sustain attention to and detail, and it manages anxiety management. You become non-judgmental. You don't ask unnecessary questions. You just accept things as they are. Bad behavior, it changes. It cultivates compassion, self-care, and self-love. You navigate through tough feelings and emotions. You're connected with family and teachers. And conflict resolution skills, empathy, and creativity, all these things uh, are improved. And for teachers, very quickly, they are able to embody mindfulness, and they are able to bring that mindfulness to their class, and therefore a healthy classroom environment. And when they are being if they are taking care of their well-being, the stress is reduced, because and the burnout and attrition is reduced. The learning outcomes that they can give to the students are much enhanced because of the positive uh, uh, focus, and the way they have the clarity, and the way they are able to manage their impulses, and the way they can bounce back from any situation, and they're able to bring that to mindful teaching environment, and also have heartfulness, generosity, and gratitude, and also impart it to the teachers. As I said, students to the students, they don't learn from us, they actually embody us, they actually copy us. So that is something. And rest and renewal, they will be able to revive themselves much faster if they have this practice of mindfulness. And you can just quickly go through this, which we have covered, the benefits of mindfulness in general. Okay. And in terms of parenting, in terms of parenting, you have to find and manage your own stress and mindfulness, which I have already told. You have to practice something like active listening. When you are with a child, listen to him attentively. Give your presence. The gift of presence is the biggest gift that you can give to anybody, because you're giving a part of your life to that person. So at least give it to your kid who is speaking to you, who wants to speak, because okay. And you can also do mindful breathing, which I'll teach you now, and mindful walking. And you can manage moments of imperfection and failure. So this situation, we have to accept that this is a very different situation, unprecedented, which has never happened before, and we need to accept this and move forward. There will be few things we can take it in our stride and move forward. As a parent, don't expect perfection there, and honor your child's sovereignty, because they have their space. They used to get their friends, peers, and their all the children, they used to be there around them. Now they do not have all that. So if they are throwing a little bit of tantrums and they want their space, give them that. That is something that you have to be mindful about. And finally, actively get involved in your child's world. I have a 10-year-old son, and I see him very active, and he's an outdoor person. So we take him out every Sunday, and he plays cricket. Whoever I play cricket with him on the way, wherever we stop our car, he gets somebody to play with him. I join him. He loves being in the kitchen, so he helps me in the kitchen. Or he also likes storytelling, so he likes to talk. So you have to understand what your child really wants and who he is, she is, and give him or her that space. Be involved with your child. And these are the certain activities. I think I am running out of time because the time is already up. So I'll just give you a quick glimpse of these are the mindful activities I keep conducting my sessions with teachers and individuals and parents. So rainbow walk, game of fives, once upon a time there was a virus, they can write on this, story tell, they can draw mindfully on what they can see, five colors, different colors, in a span of 1 minute, what are five different colors, what all they saw for red, blue, green. Depending on the age, we can give these activities. A telephone wire, conveyor belt is something where the child can imagine as the conveyor, that he's on a conveyor belt and the conveyor belt is going up, and what emotions, feelings, or images that is coming to him in his visuals or his senses, he can just look at as it is, and as it is passing by, he has to just let it go. So that teaches them a letting go trait of his in his life, and don't latch on to something that is approaching. As it passes, just let it go. So these are the certain activities. And yes, this is for the parents and teachers to understand. In 2016, World Economic Forum had done a kind of study in which they said that emotional intelligence is going to be the key skill for the people who are in the profession. Emotional intelligence was not there in 2015. It has come in 2020, and this is going to be the way forward, ladies and gentlemen. So all the parents and teachers have to make note that emotional intelligence is going to be a part of all the things that we are doing and being in our professional life as well. It's not just about us. And the teachers can bring in classroom, because I saw a lot of teachers are there. So I'll actually, this is very important, what they can do to themselves before the classroom, before the camera is ready, because there are online classes. So just before the camera is on, you can just ground yourself and think that you are present with yourself before the moment goes, before you go live. And after you go live, what you have to do is, you have to, because of your eyes, gestures, and tone, you have to keep a connect with your children, so that there is a dialogue, even if they are not responding to you in video or chat or audio. But the thing is, the way you come, the way you interact with them, they come forward, go back, ask them something, tone down their voice, tone down your voice, tone it up. All that will actually make them more interested in you, in your teaching. And some of the key mindful rituals that you can do as a teacher would be mindful walking, body scan, like scan your body, how you're feeling, what the sensations are at any given point in time. And this you can do even as I am talking to you. I can do mindfulness right now. Awareness of the breath. So because it is very simple to implement. And the teachers can build in the classroom. What they can do is, they can have icebreakers in the online virtual classrooms. You can have your, I know you have your sessions on some days of the week where you have fun days, fun periods, but you can also have icebreakers in any given period. uh, be unpredictable at times with students, so that they feel that what is coming up, what is the fun thing which is come up, not only one day in the week or one period in the week, but during your session. You can do this check-ins. Ask your children, how is the internal weather today. Ask them to just post a smiley, or change the background depending on your mood today. So their background will be different. So it is not infringing on your teaching, but it is keeping them engaged. Okay? And very quickly, the sharing strategies can be like feedback and engagement from the students. You can personalize. And now the most important thing is, what is this ABCD? I want to give you the tool that I had promised you. And here is the tool. It is as simple as A, B, C, and D. A is anatomy. Keep your back, neck, and shoulders straight and soft. Straight and soft. Take it down. If you can write it down, the parents and children and teachers can write it down. Anatomy is head, shoulder, back, and neck straight and soft. B is breath. Breathe through the nose and breathe neutrally. You don't have to change the pattern of breathing. Breathe neutrally. Okay. And C is count. With each out breath, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. With each out breath, you have to count 1. Second out breath, breathe in, breathe out, count 2. Breathe in, breathe out, count 3. And you have to count up till 10. Every out breath is 1 count. So count up till 10. And when you count 10, start counting backwards. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And whenever you get distracted, here's the twist. You will get distracted. Mind is going to be distracted. That's how our mind is. Don't fret and fume. Don't get upset. No feeling of regret. Just go back to 1. Wherever you are, whether you are at 2 or whether you are at 9 or whether you cross 10 unmindfully. Go back to 1 whenever you realize you have distracted. And this is the mindfulness practice. Why this is mindfulness practice, and I say distraction is a friend in mindfulness practice, is because here is the neurology, the neuroscience of presence. Okay, when you are present, this part of the brain is active. As I said, prefrontal cortex, the front part of the brain, is active when you are present and you're counting 1, 2, 3. As you wander away, your other parts of the brain becomes active. Okay, and then you realize that I wandered away, yet some other parts of the brain becomes active. And when you decide to refocus your attention, you are actually again able to focus and have the same brain part of the brain which is lit up again. So distraction is a friend in mindfulness practice, because every time you do this cycle, you are actually rewiring your brain for mindfulness. First, you have to train your brain for mindfulness. Then you will be naturally and by default, you will be mindful. How that is? Let me show you with an animation. So children will like this. So see this animation. I hope you can see this video. It is a small 10 seconds, 20 seconds video. All these ball-like structures are neurons, and there are 100 billion neurons in our brain, and each pair of neuron can be connected with each other in 5,000 possible ways. So that is the capacity of the brain. So every time you are actually counting 1 to 10, and whenever you are distracted, you are coming back to 1. You are actually using your neuron connections to actually get back to 1, and that is giving rise to another thing that I want to call it as and that is called as neuroplasticity. That is the trait of the brain which says brain becomes how you use it. Some more number of times you bring your attention back to 1, bring back to the present moment, is you're creating that mindfulness synapse, and that is called synapse. So when you create that synapse, you are training your mind muscle to be mindful by default. Okay, so before I end, I want to just share with you John Kabat-Zinn, the same person. He said, we do not know what specific knowledge our children are going to need 10 or 20 years from now, because the world and their work, when they come to it, will be so different from ours. What we do know is that they will need to know how to pay attention, how to focus and concentrate, how to listen and learn, and how to be in the wise relationship with themselves, including their thoughts and emotions and with others. So this is something that I wanted to share with. And before I end, I just wanted to share, if any of you would be interested to be a part of the group, the private Facebook group that I run, that is Self Mastery Quest, and you can send me the invites, your request there, and I will be able to I'll be able to approve you there, and I can actually ping you the links later on. And apart from that, these are some of the corporate and individual services that I offer. And you can take a snapshot of this if you want. You can stay connected with us here, and I can in the course of the discussion now, as I hand over, I will be able to ping you certain links which will help you to get into more details about this. So thank you very much. I'm sorry I took 10 minutes more, but I think that was required for me to give you. And if you are interested to experience this, I wanted to give you an experience of 1 to 2 minutes of mindfulness, but because of the lack of time, I'm not able to do that, though I'm open to it if the situation provides. Thank you very much, and I hand over the floor. And thank you to the audience. Thank you, TD Education Trust, Lata and Sir, for this opportunity. And hope this this presentation and this session has brought some awareness about awareness. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I guess it was a one. I'm sure everybody will agree that this was a wonderful session. Taught us about mindfulness and self-awareness at a time like this, and helped us channelize our energies to be able to surf through the waves, as Sandeep mentioned. A really very engaging session. In fact, it taught a lot of us, not only parents but also teachers, how to engage ourselves better, how to engage with students and their wards and our children better. I guess overall a very holistic session. Really, thank you for this. And should we move on to the question and answer session? Sir, how would you prefer it?
Sure.
Yeah, so we can move. We generally keep about 20 minutes a cushion for spillover sessions. We still have time, and there's about 10 minutes or 15 minutes we can take questions. Um, I still see about 123 participants still there. Probably they would like to ask a few questions. Can we start, or you can even post it in the chat box?
The chat box earlier had a few questions for Mr. Raj Pandey. I will read out some of them, and probably others can take on from there on. Sir, what is the best time to do yoga? Was one such question.
Okay, the best, see, any time, maybe morning, evening, but at least 2 hours gap between after and before food. 2 hours gap before and after food. Any time, but between food and yoga should be 2 hours gap.
Excuse me, sir.
Best time is morning.
I want to ask to Raj Pandey, sir.
Yeah.
So, one small question, sir. Can
Yeah.
we have a lemon with hot water daily, early morning? It will be
Yes.
good for health or not,
Yes,
sir?
it is good for health. Yeah, it is good for health. But if you want, you can add Amrita Sat and aloe vera, Ghrit Kumari. Good for cleaning the guts. Yep.
My neighbor is daily drinking the lemon juice with hot water, lemon with hot water, but she is stout only, not a lean. She has become big,
So yeah, I
stout
just told
only.
you can take the honey, shahad along with
Oh,
lukewarm water. Okay, and there you can do some more
okay, sir.
mahasana, some more exercises. Best thing is to do
Mm-hmm.
the Virechan Kriya. Virechan Kriya is like we sit this way, you're hitting the Manas Nadi, and you can do while standing and jumping. That will be very helpful. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question? Anyone?
There was one question which was posted. Why don't we chew tulsi?
Sorry. Why?
The question says, why don't we chew tulsi? I'm not sure. The person who posted this question, if you want to elaborate on your
No,
question,
no,
please.
yes, yes. Tulsi, see the nothing wrong in it chewing the tulsi. This is a wrong concept. I think I have heard it in the past also. People say that if you're chewing the tulsi, the quality is gone, but I don't believe that. You can eat 5 tulsi leaves daily in the morning. Just maybe straight away after brushing your teeth, go to the garden, get 5 Shama Tulsi, not the here in Australia. We have the Thai Tulsi, not that one. Indian Tulsi, 5 Tulsi leaves. Even you can take the Ashwagandha leaves. I have Ashwagandha and Tulsi in my garden. I just eat daily 5 Tulsi leaves. It doesn't matter if you are chewing. Nothing wrong in it. People say that when you chew it, you are denaturing the tulsi. Nothing like that. It's not harmful. This is a myth. This is a myth.
Sir, I have a question to Raj sir.
Yes.
Sir, what exercise we should do to keep out of acidity?
Acidity. See, you can do Mandukasana. I'll just put the camera again here. Can you see me? I'm sitting in Vajrasana, and you put your hands here along the belly button. Exhale, go this way. Inhale, come up. Stay there a bit longer. And the right side, right thigh here, apply to, already told you, apply pressure here, 6 seconds, 6 seconds here, 6 seconds here. And the right side on your shoulder, pull like that. How the cat holds its kitten and pull up, that will reduce the acidity immediately. And just rub here to the right side to your liver. Okay. And the main thing is, yeah, yes, any other question?
Excuse me, sir. So my question is that what yogasana we have to do for the thyroid patients?
Sarvangasana.
Sir.
Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana means you are standing on your shoulders. Legs will go up. That is very good exercise, number 1. And number 2, when you are, I don't think you can see, I just do this, I'll roll in here. You're rolling your crown on the mat and with 2 fingers, you're massaging here like that. This way on your throat. This is called Nadi Yoga. And do Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing means with snoring sound and hold it. I'll just tell again. Let me just show the camera. Inhale, constrict your throat. Hold with root lock, mool bandh. Then close the right nostril. Exhale through left. Always exhale through left. Always. That's the rule. Inhaling, making snoring sound. I was listening the lecture of Mr. Sandeep Pandit. That was wonderful. I really appreciate. And he told about the mindful walking. That is also very good. Actually, I remember Gautam Buddha in some Dhammapada, it is written there. He used to walk Chankraman. Chankraman means when he's walking, his toes are touching his heel. I'll just show you how it is. If I'm just look at my feet, your toes are touching your, and hands will be extended sidewise, like walking like that. And with closed eyes. If you did with closed eyes, the mind calms down. When the mind is calmed down, that influences your psychological and physiological activities both.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any other question?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, what we can do to avoid headache?
Okay. So for the headache, the best exercise, I don't have anybody here to show, but I try to show with my own hands. Let's see how it goes. This is for headache, for migraine. First of all, you have to keep your tummy healthy. Take lukewarm water and turmeric powder along with neem. Neem you can get, find easily in India, you don't find here. but neem should be not eaten in excess, and that will clean your guts. If you don't have gastric issues, you will never have headache. And the other is do the Jnana Mudra, like this. This is touching here. This one is one mudra. Second is called Mahasir Mudra. Mahasir Mudra is holding this way. This is called, I'll show again. Here, here, and this one. Can you see? Index finger will go here. These two are touching here. This is going like this. Is called Mahasir Mudra. And the next thing is pull your earlobes here. Massage like this way here. Open up this circle. See the circle I'm doing till my ear. Circle till here and go along this hairline. From here and this point, I put my fingers here. I pull up and hold. And where your ears are there, just go along the ear, the tip like this way here, and apply pressure here. This will reduce, and you can put a drop of almond oils in your nostrils. This will reduce your migraine, your headache.
Sir, can you explain me about Samudra Manthan Yoga? Sir, can you explain me about Samudra Manthan Yoga?
Samudra Manthan Kriya.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I told you why the name Samudra Manthan is given. Samudra Manthan means like churning. Your mind is Samudra. You have so many gems and things in your mind. If you are aware, alert, what Mr. Sandeep told just now, the alertness is very important. If you are alert, awake, aware, and you are not going to this side or not taking any side, you are absolutely focused in that moment, ekagra chitta, then what will happen? The things will reveal. Do you know, according to yoga, we have 5 types of mind, not 1, 5. One is called mood, chit, vichit, ekagra, nirupaya. Mood means they're just like a dull. Chit means they're all like monkey mind. Vichit means sometime restful, sometime like monkey mind. Ekagra means focused, aware. And nirupaya means they go beyond that. They become, the observer becomes observed, what J. Krishnamurti said. So when you have doing Samudra Manthan, be alert. And normally, I'll try to show you again. I don't know how much time you have because here it is going to be 10:30 in Australia. We are just sitting this way, in exhale, this way. You are moving your mouth like this way, inhaling, exhaling through your teeth. Then I'll put my fingers on the floor and then I'll stand this way. I'll go up and back. And then again I'll touch the floor and I'll sit down. Again, the exhale, inhale should be done when you are sitting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
Sir,
Can you send your video link, sir?
I will send it to, I don't know how to do it to you because I'll just send it to Mr. Thandurai.
Yeah, I will pass on. I will send them.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll just send the link to him, to sir, and then you
Not
can
only
pass on
to-
to the whole entire server and everything.
Okay.
all
Okay.
those
Thank you,
who-
sir.
all
If
those
you
who are
type,
interested.
if you type in YouTube Raj Kriya Yoga or Raj Pandey Yoga Master, you will get my channel and then you can download yourself.
sir,
Sir, I have one doubt with both the presenters. Hello?
Sorry?
I have a question for both of you. Actually, when we are talking about the this pandemic, and most of the time students are there in front of the screen, right? So they are feeling some
Sorry, I
type of
didn't get the last word. Most of the time, what?
they all are in screen, right? Either they are busy in for the classes in mobile, or they are doing their homework through the mobile or laptop. So that time I feel emotional like quotient, or we say that emotional attachment of the student, it is reducing a lot. They are not emotionally touched with teacher or the parents or the family members.
Yes.
So what we can do for this, and do you have any particular exercise or yoga therapy which will help them to reduce their, especially for their eyesight and irritation behavior?
So
Because
first
it
part
will,
I'll give Mr. Sandeep tell. Second part yoga part I'll tell you.
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj, for illustrating my mindfulness through your yoga, because mind and body is one and the same, as they say. Thank you so much. And now to answer your question, ma'am, are you a parent or teacher or both?
Sir, I am both.
Okay, great. So you see, this is nothing but distraction. Okay, the kids are more distracted now because of the fact that they have to be more online. Okay, but what schools have done is they have, according to the age, they have decided their class periods, so that for age group 9 till 9 they should not have more than 3.5 hours class. For adolescents they have more, 4 to 6 hours class. But now the question is, what do they do after the classes are over, right? So the you want to restrict the exposure to the screen for your kids. Now the thing is, they have to do certain work, they have to be online. Now what you can do is, you can curtail that to some extent, but you cannot actually stop that. What you can do is, you can counter that. You can counter that by just making them sit for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Ask them to count 1 to 10, 10 to 1. And there are a lot of instructional mindfulness audio and videos which are available. If you need my help, I'm there. I can support you. But there are a lot many. If you want to just readily go and type, put a 5 minutes or 10 minutes mindfulness track through YouTube and ask them to sit down. That will help you counter the bad effects or the negative effect that has already happened. At the same time, also try to curb that. That is behavioral side. But what is that? That's something that you can do from your end. So try to balance with this both, I would say. And then in the long run, their behavior will get better. They'll listen to you more. They will have the clarity that, I have to restrict my timings. So it is a long game. It is a long game, but you have to play both of it. So does that answer your question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Why can't we do meditation after this seeing all those things?
See,
Meditate for 10 minutes.
yeah.
Just
So
close your eyes and do whatever we thought we can think of it.
yeah. So
Meditate, all this is good for us, no, sir?
yeah. Can I have your name, ma'am?
Pauline Joyce, sir.
Yeah, Joy, ma'am. So very good question, and I am so happy that this question has come, because when people are talking about mindfulness, they think, what is mindfulness? How is it different from meditation? See, mindfulness is an umbrella term. Meditation is a kind of mindfulness. Okay, like I'm talking to you, I'm aware about the screen, I'm aware about the air from the AC, I'm aware about the sound. All my five senses and my thoughts are here. If I'm able to focus on my five senses and my thoughts, I'm able to be mindful. So mindfulness is a higher term, and meditation is a kind of mindfulness. So when you have to be meditative, when you have to do meditation, you have to focus on something, or you have to become thoughtless to focus on the mantra or chanting or picture or image, or something of that form, or audio. So in mindfulness, they say that you have to be aware about everything. Like if I would have demonstrated that mindfulness to you, I would have I have given a commentary something like this, that close your eyes, sit down, and just focus on all that you can visualize in your closed eyes, all that you can feel in terms of the air coming to your body, the touch of your clothes on your shoulders, the smell that you can hear, the aroma that you can that you can smell, and what you can hear, the audios that are coming to you. So basically, mindfulness is a simpler thing to do. and then you graduate and you do meditation. If you can pick up meditation and be thoughtless, because then you can do it, but that is a little bigger target. So therefore,
Can I just add one more thing,
yeah,
what
please.
Mr.
Yeah,
Sandeep
please.
was saying? The first thing somebody asked me about the phone. See, I'm a teacher. I know in school what happens. If you say something, kids, they revolt. And especially in the Western world, it's very hard to take away the phone from them. It's like a part of their body extension, but still as a parent, as a teacher, we have to take some consequences. Discipline part. Okay, you're allowed to use phone at least for 1 hour. After that, you have to sit and play or study or just make some routines and timetable. If you don't do this, then this won't be given to you. You have to make a routine, a habit. Otherwise, child will not listen to you. Number one. And number two, you said about eyes. You can just rub your both hands. You can put the palm on your eyes. You can move your eyes clockwise, anti-clockwise. You can look this way. You can look diagonally this way. There are many, many things. Even you can apply a tiny of sesame oil on the navel because they are linked. 72,000 nerves are connected at your belly button. 36,000 for Ida, 36,000 for Pingala. They join here. If you apply a tiny bit of sesame oil here and give the heat, sun heat. There is a sloka, it says, Akal Mrityu Haranam Sarva Vyadhi Vinashanam Surya Padotakam Tirtham Jatare Dharyam Aham. If you hold the sun here, the heat of the sun on your navel, your disease, not just body, not just eyes, it will go from everywhere. Number one. Number two, you can include all 5 pranas. 5 pranayas, like in Shiv Samhita it says, Hriday prana gude apana samano nabhimandale udana kanth desastu vyana shabshairga. The prana is here, heart center. Apana is the lower part of the body. Samana is the belly button. Udana is the throat center. And vyana is the entire body. So how you can do, ask that child to sit and think that you are breathing from here, from throat, from everywhere, or first part. And the second part, you're sitting there, how Gautam Buddha used to do, like feeling that the whole body is inhaling and exhaling. I have a video about these types of breathings in the YouTube, so you can download from there. And please keep your eyes calm. I mean, putting some maybe cutting the cucumber, putting the things on the eyes, making it calm and cooler. But remember, it is, I think, winter in India. Here we have summer, so that's a different issue. So be careful, don't give too much cold to the eyes. And the screen has addiction because the child is glued to the screen. So make a discipline. Ask the child to keep the screen away sometime, go and play, talk to the parents, play, and there are many, many activities. You make that. Sometime play the Ludo with the child at home. Free time.
Yeah, that is very important. We have to be like what they want to be, and because they are missing their peers, they're missing their
Yes,
friends.
exactly. They are.
Yeah. Thanks,
Any other question?
sir, for
Any other?
clearing my doubt.
Sorry.
Especially what you said that I am doing every day with my kids and my student also. That the sesame oil which you told, that was a new for me. I was not aware about that. Definitely, I will try that one.
So where do you live? In which part of the Bharat?
From India, sir.
Which part of the Bharat where do you live?
Gujarat.
Gujarat, okay. Sorry, I don't word use India, I call Bharat. So you live in Gujarat, okay.
Yes.
So Gujarat, I think sesame oil, maybe if you can get mustard oil, you can apply there.
Yes.
You
Yes,
become
sir.
more patriot when you live out of the India. So I'm more patriotic now.
Okay. No issues, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Anyone else? Any other question for me? If you have a more question, you can send it to Lata or Thandurai sir, and that he will direct to me, and then I'll reply to you. If I get time, I'm really busy for me. I run a yoga school here, and I'm high school teacher, so I'm divided into two parts. Okay. Anybody, any other question? Still, I can give you time.
The participants can post it in the chat box so that we can keep a record of it and send it to you.
Yes,
And
thank
then
you.
we can also respond.
There is some child. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, what we will do for Olam Bilam and Kapalabhati for our benefit?
For you, sir.
Anulom Bilom, see, Anulom Bilom is a type of Nadi Shodhana. There are 180 types of Nadi Shodhana. Okay, Anulom Bilom is one. Anulom Bilom is just do simple inhale, exhale. That calms the mind, that balances your brain. You are really happy. So the anxiety, the stress, the frustration will be gone. Thanks for asking this question. So if you can do in this way, or you can do just in the Vishnu Mudra like that, or just simple inhale through left, and then close the left, exhale through right, inhale through right, and exhale through left. So keep on doing like pendulum, alternate nostril breathing. The Kapal Bhati, there is a difference. Kapal Bhati, this is called Kapal Bhati. But if you engage and hit there, this way, this is called Virechan Kriya. Virechan Kriya, there are two Manas Nadis here and here. They go and meet to the, this one, Bhumadhya Bindu here. Bhrikuti, that hits the Trikuti. The Bhrikuti will be active, that activates your pineal gland, that balances your brain. So Virechan Kriya is better than Nadi Shodhana, than the Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is good exercise, but try to do Virechan. I'm still doing it. This is called Suchi Mudra. Suchi Mudra. Suchi. And then hit this way. You can do this while sitting or while standing. See how I'm doing. So this will give you exercise as well as, and you're getting the Kapalbhati profit as benefit, as well as you're getting the tune to your mind. This lovely child. Thanks for asking this question.
Yeah, some questions are.
Thank you, sir.
Complete our sessions in.
Honored to see him, sir.
Recently, Raj and Sandeep, we inaugurated a Fit India movement. And it's a week-long program. Create, as Raj said, awareness on how to keep yourself fit. Where we brought in this yoga also. It's a week-long program, and students are participating virtually. And our yoga master also was involved in it.
That's
and because there should be somewhere we need to create this awareness.
Yes.
And and especially those exercises or those asanas which students can do within the confinement of their rooms.
Yes.
So, and I think Mr. Raj and Sandeep, and you have done a wonderful job today. Today it was every day the webinar seems to be more mind taxing. Today is we are quite free in terms of looking at the asanas and listening to the soul harmony. So it was very harmonious, both of them. And I think our participants are very excited about it. And I know I would like to request you again sometimes, maybe.
Definitely, sir, anytime. Maybe I'll teach you some more Kriya Kundalini.
Yeah, because I think our platform is how to carry these participants together on a journey. It is not that it is a one-time webinar, we say something and move on to another topic. No, there are certain topics we are repeating, reinforcing. Because at one webinar, a person may take away about 10 to 15%. So if they attend a similar, like for example, integration of art in education, we have been doing it on a continuous basis, and slowly we are reinforcing this methodology of teaching online using integration of art education. And our last time, Dr. Shekhar Sheshadri from Nimhans, Bangalore, he addressed the webinar where he told the parents about certain activities that the students can do at home. Activities. So he's a clinical psychiatrist. So from that point of view, so this is the way I am trying to address the parents. Though I said this is basically we are more focused towards supporting and mentoring teachers. Here in this particular group also I have many of my own parents, though I feel I should conduct, because they are my parents, I should have also a special session for them from the school side, which definitely I will try to organize. So I do understand, because we are into this online platform, and how things are happening and what is the anxiety of the parents. We take a survey from the parents, we take feedbacks from the parents and what they say to us. So all this has enabled me to plan out and line up these programs. And I would look forward to be associated with you on a journey which would help our students at this time, pandemic times, which is very challenging and very unfortunate. And never in our life we could think of such a situation. But kudos to the teachers and teachers of all uh, field, how they are all coming together uh, to bail us out of this crisis, and maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel very soon. Uh, Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Sandeep, and thank you, Mr. my yoga master, and thank you, Lata. Uh, and would you like to come and would you like to
Shubhratri
come
to
and
everyone.
conclude?
Shubhratri. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Latha. Bye.
Thanks, Lata. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.